How is everyone doing? My name is Joe and welcome to Ohio Woodburner. Guys, today is a sunny, beautiful day here in Northeast Ohio. We have had 2 unseasonably warm days here in Northeast Ohio. We're in the upper 40s, flirting with 50 degrees, but man, is the ground wet and soft, and it's a real challenge when it comes for delivering firewood. Look at all the snow still though that's on our logs, and you know this is on the north end of these logs, so it doesn't get the sun, but we're still dealing with the snow in some places and certainly the mud. I got my muck boots on, and they are your best friend when you deliver firewood here in Northeast Ohio. One of the biggest things that I have learned about being self-employed and selling firewood for a living, there is a huge difference between making firewood and producing firewood. I used to what I would just call make firewood. It was, for me, I had a couple cords on the side that I would sell, but it was just mostly making firewood. And that means I would just cut it up and stack it. When you get into production of firewood, everything changes because you have to have a process. And that has been my biggest learning opportunity here with delivering firewood. You got to have a process for production and a workflow. And you know, that's been my challenge here with limited dry ground. Everything goes really good for me in the summertime and in the late fall. But man, once that winter hits and the rain and the snow and the soft conditions, everything changes. And I just feel like right now I'm scrambling to keep up. In an ideal world, you know, the logs come in and you work from right to left or left to right. The logs come in, they're processed and they're stacked, and then your road with loading up the trucks, leaving the yard for delivery, it all just makes sense, a good workflow. I'm going to have that one day, and it's going to be back here in my area that I call the back 40, but we're just not there yet. When I first started selling firewood, my company really took off quick, and I ran out of firewood, and I learned right away that that's the last thing you need to have happen to you when you sell firewood. Running out of firewood is not an option. We must always have it. So the emphasis goes on to production, and with production, you got to have a consistent workflow. And you know, right now I'm scrambling because the logs are over here, my machine's over here, the wood is stacked over there, and today I'm getting ready to go out on another delivery, and I have to get my truck loaded, and it's just too soft to get my truck out to the drying yard. Here is my solution. I have a old-fashioned four-wheeler that I have had for a super long time, but it runs really good, and I got my new Ultratec dump trailer, and I'm just going to be hauling wood from the marsh and I'm going to be hauling it up to the pavement so I can load my truck. That is on the agenda for today. But I'm taking steps to fix all of this, and you know, it's just part of my growing pains. We've had I went from 6 cords to 20 cords to 80 cords to 120 cords, and you know, now we're looking into next year already, and I'm projecting another 100% sales increase. So I need to get ready for 200 cords of firewood. So I've taken steps already. A lot of you guys who've been with the channel have seen us building this timber road, and where I'm at is just really wet and the trucks just can't get back here. And we're going to be moving our production area to all of this back here. It's high ground, it's dry, and I can make me a good production area, and the trucks can come and go in a more consistent path. That's something that we're going to be working for. But as of right now, I got to get through this winter, and our phone has been ringing, and our sales are up still as we're finishing out 2020. I don't think I've shown my four-wheeler yet. This is my old four-wheeler. It's 4-wheel drive. It's a 300. It's pretty small. I bought it off of a friend. He broke his shoulder and he couldn't ride it anymore. So I bought it along with the trailer, you know, the utility trailer it comes with. It's pretty old. If you go into your history books, you can see pictures of this at the Battle of Gettysburg. I guess it served proudly there, but they complained that it smoked too much and gave away their position to the enemy. It's a 2-stroke, it's loud and it smokes a lot. You know, it's not as powerful as the 4s, but it gets the job done. It's a lot of fun to ride. But what is so cool now is I pull this Ultratec dump trailer with it. This thing's slick. It is galvanized steel, it's lightweight, and it's got these big tires so it rides over top of the mud. And man, I can put a lot of wood in this. I can get almost a quarter cord if you stack it strategically. And it dumps too. It has a ratchet. Oh, excuse me. So you can dump it. The front and rear bulkheads come off where if you want to haul long logs with it. But we have it all set up to haul firewood splits, and I'm just going to be trucking it up to the pavement and loading up the truck. So let's get going. Back in the fall, I could just drive my truck back here and load this up and have my truck loaded up in no time. But, this is what I got to do. I know that there are a lot of inefficiencies, and that's one of the things, though, that I feel is a strength of mine. I like to work them out and then make it a cohesive plan with this whole workflow. And that's what I'm going to be working on here, heading into the spring where we can finish this road and get everything set up in this big area back here. And I hope that we can bring that along to you guys on the videos. I get the trailer loaded up. I try to keep most of the weight over the axle, and it keeps it off the back of the four-wheeler. The four-wheeler is not a real strong one. I'm afraid of putting too much weight on that back axle. We're all loaded up, and now we're going to drive on over to the pavement, and then this goes into the back of the truck. Guys, is this inefficient? Yes. Is it a lot of extra work? Yes. Am I going to fix it? Yes. And I'm already in the process of fixing it. But what am I going to do in the meantime? I have all my firewood, that is at a place now that I can't get the truck to. And it's out there because, the wood just kept going out that far. But the way I see things, guys, is I am willing to put up with this extra work because I know it's going to make me a better business. I learn from my opportunities, I improve, I become more efficient, and it's all geared towards being a better service for the customer. The way I see things, guys, is I am profitable. I'm doing moderately okay, but I think for me right now is I'm not doing this just for the money, although let's be real here, I'm not doing this as a nonprofit organization, so the profit matters to me. But what is most important to me right now is market share. And everything that I'm doing extra right now is an opportunity for me to get a customer and hold on to that customer. I call it getting a customer for life. When I have a customer that calls me, I've never done business with them before, I'm gonna do whatever I can to put my best foot forward, even if that means, you know, trudging through shin-high mud to get the firewood to the truck where I can get it delivered. I have received a bunch of comments in the past, and I'm sure I'm going to get more, about why am I hand loading the trucks. And you know, it's such a time waste, it's hard on your body. But guys, there is, from my viewpoint, there is a value in hand loading the trucks. The way I see things, guys, it's all about perception and perceived value that the customer has. When you show up with a truck that's hand loaded, man, it looks great, and it gives a sense to the customer that I care about what I do and I care about them. They can take the measurement of their quantity right on the truck. We can get out a calculator and a ruler to show them that they're getting exactly what they're paying for. When it comes all thrown in, you know, we all know that anytime you see a pile of wood on the ground, you always think you have more than what's really there. And a lot of the complaints I get from customers is just that, you know, the quantity that they got was some oddball. They thought they were getting so much more wood than they were. So I think I will always hand load my trucks no matter how big we get. It's just going to be our signature. Where I think we can improve though is on handling the wood in our yard. You know, if we go to bags, or if we go to these IBC totes, or if I invest in that Posh Pack Fix, which I think is really slick, that is, I think, where we can pick up on a lot of our efficiency. But as for hand loading, it's going to be, it's here to stay. Guys, there you go. That is a half cord of seasoned hardwoods all hand loaded into the truck. It just looks great, and it's good for the customer. Now they can see exactly what they're getting. They know they're getting exactly a half cord. All of the uncertainty has been removed from the equation. It's just the little things that we do that makes us stand out in our area as a firewood delivery service. Guys, how about that Ultratec dump trailer? It is a huge help around the yard, especially for me now, because I'm kind of blocked off from that area for the wood because of that timber road. But now I can haul all that wood back with my four-wheeler, and man, that thing really works nice. I'm gonna put a link in the description below to the Ultratec dump trailer. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, hanging out at our wood yard while I get this truck loaded for a delivery. I want to thank everyone for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to us, and I enjoy all of the comments that you leave down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and give me a thumbs up while you're at it. We post videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and I hope that everyone has a great day.